Once we have collected manually for the first injection, we can now set up the time program to collect automated fractions for us. To do so, click File, Time Program, and Open. We will of course select the time program which we used for the original injection to confirm that the peaks will elute at the same time. Once we've opened our time program, we'll click Fraction Setting, and if we scroll to the bottom, we can open a reference chromatogram similar to the one shown at the top. We'll now set up the automated fraction collection, and using the Simulate button at the bottom, we can test to confirm the conditions will collect as we'd like them to. To set up the fraction collection, we can simply right-click, click Add Fraction Range, and now we can simply click on the left side of the first peak and the right side of the first peak to enter in the fraction. We can then click on the left side of the second peak and on the right side of the second peak. We can then click on each fraction and decide how we'd like to collect. We'll first set up just time window collection for the first fraction and time window collection for the second fraction. If we now click Simulate, we'll see the fraction triggering will be as shown, just as we clicked. If we want to use this time collection, we simply click OK and save our time program, and then of course apply it in the sequence to collect based on these above conditions. However, we may want to use level or slope. To do so, select the fraction, change to level or slope. In this case, we'll do level, and we'll set the threshold for the start and stop of each peak. If we zoom in, we can see we'll set the start for 20,000 and the stop, as the peak certainly does not go very low, to a conservative 40,000 for the first peak. For the second peak, we can start again at 40,000 and stop at 20. We'll of course on fraction 2 want to confirm we are using level threshold collection. If we click Simulate, we'll see our fractions have narrowed down based on our threshold settings for the start and stop of each. Similarly, we could do the same for the slope of each of the fractions, or we can use a combination of level or slope, or the last option, level and slope. If you choose level or slope, as long as it meets one of the two requirements, either the level value or the slope value, it will start collecting and stop collecting. If you use level and slope, it must meet both the level and slope before it starts collecting, and meet the level and slope before it stops collecting. Typically, of course, most people either use just level or just time collection. Once we've set our fractions as above, simulated to our approval, we'll click OK, and now we will save our time program.